We have no intentions to educate anyone with this podcast. We will try to talk about jiu-jitsu, but we cannot make any promises to stay on topic.
Midgets on the mat! On the motherfucking mat!
Hello!
Hey guys! And welcome back. Back.
So let me move this microphone. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about our experience at competitions. Okay, so my first competition, I missed weight. So technically I didn't compete. I missed weight by 1 kilogram, and I went on my own home scale, and I thought, yeah, this scale is all fine. I'm making weight. Then when I get there, I find out that I'm 1 kilo over. My scales are very accurate as long as I pull it forward a bit.
They're accurate, but you have to put it forward a bit in order to be accurate.
But they're very consistent. So what I'm guessing is I lost about 500 grams as I got there, because I wasn't eating, I wasn't drinking anything, and I was moving around my body. And I think I took a hot bath as well to get out more sweat.
Before?
Yeah, to get out a bit of water weight. Tip for people who want to get rid of water weight and they are too lazy to actually make weight properly.
It's not healthy, guys, so please don't be like, oh, get fit quick or lose weight quick, because you will lose weight. It's just water weight, which you will gain later, but it's like a short-term thing. So please don't be like, when I go on holiday, I'm gonna do a little sweat fest.
Well, that's the issue I have with people when they talk about fat loss and weight loss. Is that it's fat loss that you're ultimately trying to achieve, not weight loss. You can't depend on the scales. The only reason why you should depend on scales at any point is combat sports, trying to make the weight, but ultimately it's like, I don't understand people who trying to go for aesthetics. They care about what their number is on the scale. It makes no sense.
I used to do that. I was almost 70 kg before I started jits, and now I'm 50. And for some reason in my head, I don't want to go over 55. There's this mental image of me like 55 means fat. It's really unhealthy, that relationship I have in my head. I'm aware of it, so it is just kind of diluting that concept, especially with girls. When they see the number, they think the bigger the number, the fatter you are. And it's like, no, because obviously muscle weighs more than fat.
we immediately digressed again.
Who gives a
So I missed weight by 1 kilo, so my nickname has been Kilo. Or Kilo Way.
Yeah, Kilo Way. Get it? I get it.
And you also injured yourself, which I had a hand in there.
Yeah, but you know what? The reason why I got injured is because I get too excited. Like, look, when you have someone as fun as Way, you just want to like play fight. We were play fighting, and I think we had those.
It was the jigsaw mat.
Jigsaw mats. Oh, and then so my toe got caught, and my toe's a bit of like a. If you know me, my second toe's like a bit of a hook toe. I'll show you guys when I'm more comfortable. That's why I'm still in socks, because I'm like, I've only just been confident enough to show my toes in class, but to do it worldwide is a bit much. Like that's gonna be a stepping stone. So when you see me without my socks, just learn that I'm more confident. What was I saying? Yeah, so my hook toe, I think we were practicing takedowns because we were so excited to stand up. We were doing stand up.
Yeah, it was one of those shoulder throws.
Yeah, so we were doing that, and it was at the corner of the gym, I remember. And then all of a sudden, my hook toe got caught in the jigsaw mat, because it's, you know, the friction is so what's up?
Yeah,
it's so frictionated.
Frictionated is now an official word.
It was so like, what's that word? Sticky. My toe was like, oh no! And then my ankle fell. I sprained my ankle, and I was so bummed because my excitement got the better of me. I was just too like eager beaver.
I felt guilty. I still feel guilty about it.
Oh no, don't. I think subconsciously I probably didn't want to compete because I was too scared. So it's nothing to do with you, Wei. It's just more like my mentality. Like, I was bummed out that I couldn't showcase me, but also I was just like, I probably did it to myself because I know I shouldn't have done that. I know I shouldn't have been going too hard.
So that was so we were going for our first competition, and at that event, one of us got injured and the other one ate a bit too much. or he miscalculated his weight loss.
I think I was watching someone's match, and then I was just there staring, and then I was, oh, Wade comes behind me. I was like, how's your weight? And then he has this massive Tupperware of quinoa. And then he's just like, I miss weight. And I was like, by how much? Because I'm thinking, oh, it's probably like a couple of pounds or whatever. It was like 1 kilo. And I was thinking, shame. I saw the shame in your face. I saw it. I was just like, really? But then you were happy because you had your food. So it's just like, well, there's a balance there. You missed weight, but then you got all this food that you can eat. That massive Tupperware. It was like this.
The portion was actually for 4 people.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, now you can see why I missed weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 3 months later, I think we both competed.
3 months later.
We competed at the same competition.
We were so desperate to get a competition down our belts.
Yeah.
Because all the other boys got there, then we were just like, we're ready.
I remember because you signed up for gi and no-gi, I signed up for no-gi, and I remember being quite annoyed at my opponent because he didn't show up. And so the mat coordinator asked me if I should, if she should find this person. I said, if you can, because this is my first competition and I need an opponent. I don't care if you just find some random dude on a different mat who's already won their gold or silver or bronze. And eventually he comes and there was no apology. He kind of just.
Is that the one with the leg lock? Like he did.
Yeah, he reaped me. No, that's the. Yeah. That. It was one thing after another because I remember being annoyed, so I went into my first match emotional. The sound changed and the visuals changed. I was seeing in weird colors, and.
Even though you're colorblind, did you see colors you never thought you would see again?
So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm red and green colorblind, which means anything I see, it removes the red or the green.
Can you see red?
I can.
Or will it look grey? Like what colour's that?
In terms of red and green, I can still see the blood red. I can see grass green, but if the red is mixed into something else, like purple, for example, I only see blue. For I think maybe 30 seconds in, eventually I could hear my coach telling me to calm down, and eventually I calmed down and I realized, wait a minute, this is actually not so bad. I can actually deal with my opponent in front of me. I started raking up points. A couple of times he tried to do a straight footlock on me, which I just laughed because at that point I've had several different black belts try to straight footlock me, and I'm that 0.0001% of people who won't tap to straight footlocks. You're always gonna find someone that says to themselves, "Oh,
challenge accepted." Is that
what you think? I'm gonna straight footlock you in competition. I know. I've watched your podcast. I've studied you.
I studied the girth of those ankles. I know the parameter. I know diameter.
And on one episode, you said you have a really shit bottom half guard. So the second time he tried to do straight footlock, he knee reaps me. I was confused because the ref stopped it. I didn't know that a knee reap was taking place, and to be completely honest with you, I didn't care. My first competition, I waited for my opponent and it took him very long to arrive, and then when I got to the competition I was winning a lot on points. He was never going to get a straight footlock on me because I got crazy ankles, and
crazy.
And it's almost, I almost feel like a win was stolen from me. I won by disqualification, and I think it's on video somewhere. I got really pissed off.
Pissed.
I was winning that match, and then it's almost like, okay, I'm gonna get DQ'd now. he mentioned that this is
His first.
This is his first competition with these rule sets. So
Yeah, with IBJJF.
Yeah.
Wait, so who does knee reaps?
I really don't know.
What affiliation? Comment below.
In many ways, it wasn't that good of an experience for me, but also I keep telling myself, look, I was winning that match anyway.
Yeah.
So a disqualification win, it just made the match shorter because I didn't feel like my opponent had anything else, because he told me himself those were Hail Mary submissions, and as you know, straight footlocks aren't going to work on me. So what else is there to do?
He had no choice. I had no choice but to knee rape you.
But yeah, so I had good and bad experiences at the same time with this match, because I knew I could do what I could in the gym, and I could do it with a calm mind.
Yeah.
But it was also very memorable because of what you did on that day in that competition. Because you did gi and no gi.
Yeah, so I did gi, and it was that girl that I was really scared of. And I remember I was so nervous that I was wearing this. I think I was wearing this gi. This is why I don't wear this gi a lot, because it reminds me of the competition. I kicked her. I did a little kick, and I was like, "What are you doing?" like I know how to kick anyways, but I think that was just like my automatic. Have you seen the footage? Like that was my automatic response. Like as soon as someone's trying to get to me, I kick them.
Oh no!
I did a kick. I did not like a kick, not like a front kick, but like I did a side kick. Like I was here and I went ah. And it's like I was like, what am I doing? This is embarrassing. I'm embarrassing me. I'm embarrassing my team. I kicked her. But I kicked her, and I'm short, and she was just a bit taller than me, so it looked like this dwarf kicking. Like, oh, don't attack me. And then I kick her, and I lost by armbar. But I tapped way before. I tapped too early because I was scared of her. You know, the thing with competition, don't look up your opponent because I wanted to study, but I was like, as soon as I knew she was an amateur MMA fighter, I was like, holy what am I doing?
And that's actually a very important takeaway is don't look up your opponents. Can I add something?
Yeah, sure.
So I remember after you lost your first match, you came up to me and you said, I want to do it again.
Yeah.
You're very sad because I remember before the match you said, I'm scared.
I was scared as I can't stress you enough. I was so scared. I was scared. I wanted to cry. I didn't want to do it because that adrenaline really gets to you, because you're like, oh, you get this kind of pressure from yourself. No one's putting pressure on you, but you feel like you're pressure. You want to do good. You want to make yourself proud. You want to make your teammates proud. You want to make your club proud, and that got over me.
But after your first match, after you lost your first match, you said you want to do it again. Yeah. And then you lost your second gi match.
Yeah.
And you said the same thing. I want to do this again.
Yeah.
Which brings us to no-gi.
Bring us no-gi.
The reason why I enjoyed that day was I saw someone who learned from her mistakes in her first two matches immediately. Yeah. And she applied it into her matches, in the no-gi matches, because normally when you learn your mistakes, or you find out what your mistakes are, it does take a while for you to make those adjustments sometimes. So it was impressive to see that, because you wasn't telling yourself, oh, I don't want to do my no-gi, I had enough. You said, I want to do it again. And your first no-gi match.
How many matches did I have?
Yeah,
because I remember two.
Because you had one with that.
With the tall girl.
And then you had the second match with Sophie.
Yeah. So the first match. What a mess. What a mess. Wait, because it's a mess, because we never got to the floor. It was a stand-up mess. It was just us dancing together, like two spiders just kind of I didn't know what to do. I know she didn't know what to do. As soon as I got a solid grip, you or Martin or both of you were like, take her down, or shouted something. And I was like, I can feel my tribe. I can feel the power. I had this necktie, and then I just threw her.
That was actually another highlight of the day, because when you threw her, her legs lifted off the ground. Her legs lifted off the ground and her knees hit the ground, and then she got back up, and I was like, oh! You could hear it on the camera, me going, oh!
Remember? It's like, you know, Miss Trunchbull, and then she throws something, and then it's just like, see how far they can throw, I don't know, what do you call it? Not the catapult, or whatever. Hammer throw, where you just throw across, and then you can just see her flying, skidding.
Shot put.
Yeah, shot put. And it looked like slow motion.
I still show people that. Because sometimes there's new girls that come to the class, and they see you and they think, oh, Beverly's amazing. Then I said, I got a video to show you, and it's always you of. I always like showing this video to other people that you're throwing this girl who's taller than you.
She's tall. For me to get that even, it was a miracle. For me to even get that neck is that was a good accomplishment for me. That was good enough. But the reason why it was a mess, because no one got points. And if I didn't do that head throw, I wouldn't have gotten advantage. Like, because I showed, what did I show?
At least you tried something.
I tried
and you did something. So, there's two people trying to play wrestler. Neither of you even thought, you know what? Let's just pull guard.
For my second match,
you went to the final after.
Oh yes, I went to the finals.
Yeah.
I can't remember because I think the adrenaline made me blank. Like I kind of just went on the mat. We got to the ground. We were rolling around. I was racking up the points.
I think there was a back take as well. I remember on the video there was a back take. It was a very nice back take.
I think I was just riding her. What do you remember? I can't remember it. I just remember winning.
Yeah, I think it was by points. So what happened was that they got up and they started jumping up and down and they hugged each other.
We were so happy for each other.
And the referee looked at them with an amusement.
We made our ref laugh. I think that's one of my goals, to make a ref laugh. I've made 2 refs laugh now. So I don't know their names, but I made this one laugh. That was a nice, memorable moment when I won, and then we got up, and then we're jumping, and then she picks me up, and then we're just like, we did it! We did it! We competed! It's like, that's a big milestone. You learn something about yourself, because you're like, I can push through this, I can do this. This is a feasible route for me that I'm on the mats. I competed and I want to do it again, and it's such a lovely feeling just to realize that's what you want to do.
I still think you have to compete at least once, because there's a huge difference between sparring in class and putting yourself under pressure, because in a real pressure tested environment like a competition where you're going up against someone who wants to win.
Yeah.
They want to win. So both of us won gold. On that day, I got my DQ win, my DQ gold.
Did you? You didn't do absolute?
Did I?
I think you did absolute and then you got your gold.
No. I signed up for absolute and I didn't realise that it was gi only.
Oh, why do they do that? How did you feel after you got your medal?
I mean, I was happy with my performance. I just wasn't happy with how I got the win.
Yeah.
So that wasn't very pleasing.
Because you said that you'd done it in a calm manner. With me, I'm still agitated. I've only just become calm. I already had bad anxiety for my white belt competition, but that was it was time wasting, to be honest, because I know I can do it. It's just I get really jittery.
I actually shut everything out. Can't be asked to do.
Oh, look at me,
I'm not,
Mr. Cool.
No, it's just that atmosphere. It's like I'm more anxious about when my match is going to start, because I'm worried.
Oh, yes.
I'm worried that I'm going to get DQ'd. It's like, what if they can't find me? Maybe they announced it on the speakers.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear them, so you can't hear anything. All you hear in the speakers is Matt 2.
And you're like, does that sound like my name?
My second competition, I enjoyed it a bit more because I got to have a bit more matches. Eventually, I won. I think by advantage or referee decision.
And this was gi?
Yeah, it was gi.
So this was your first gi match?
It was my first gi match.
Yay!
The second one, I won by rolling armbar. I lost in the finals because that guy that I went up against, he judo throwed me.
Oh yeah, you can hear it.
I don't know. Yeah, the thing is, I lost by that throw by 2 points, but I was admiring that throw as I was in the air. I was thinking, fucking hell, this is the first time this is happening to me. But as I'm in mid-air, I was making plans to what to do next as I land on the ground because I knew that I was gonna be on my back and I had to figure out how to get out of this now.
Yeah.
But there was at one point where I could have taken his back, but the referee restarted. That local competition, I was robbed.
I
will never forgive that referee ever.
Who was it? I'm joking.
I'm not
Name and shame.
I'm not saying. I was watching him making bad decisions throughout different matches.
You were like, he's doing it again.
He's doing it again.
I did Surrey and I lost my first one from an armbar. Instead of stacking her, I stood up.
You thought, let's just pull it out.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm small, I can do that. I didn't have any pressure on her, so she could easily put the armbar on. But then I remember going back to class the next day, and then mine was like, we're gonna do armbar defenses, and then he was like, Beverly, and I was like, I know. Now I know not to get into that position. I know, like I said, you know, competition is a great way to see what you can do under pressure. I know I should have done the stack, but in the heat of the moment, I panicked.
Yeah. BC competitions, because the thing is, you could get caught 10, 20 times in that exact armbar in class, but you kind of brush it off because you can say, oh yeah, let's start again. But in competition, it's there for everyone to see. It's there for you to remember.
Yeah.
Because you went there specifically to win or lose. You didn't go there to take part in the lesson.
Yeah.
And I think those mistakes are imprinted deeper into your mind.
Yes.
Because you did it in competition, because you lost in front of people, you lost.
Yeah, the embarrassment keeps you
and
from doing it again.
And you know, that loss prevented you from either getting a bronze or silver or gold. It prevented you, or even prevented you to advance to the next round in the tournament. So it's something that you don't forget. And sometimes the same mistakes keep repeating itself, so you know that you have a very specific weakness.
Yeah, any memorable moments?
It was my no-gi match, my first match actually. First match of the tournament. That was the first time where everything went my way. Because it was a strange moment, because when I shook my opponent's hand, I realized that I was significantly better than him. it was a weird feeling that I felt that he was lacking confidence.
Aww,
I felt a lack of confidence from him.
So you can feel that.
It was weird, because you know how normally with jiu-jitsu people, you can't tell whether they're weak or strong. So when I shook his hand, we started the match.
Did he have a weak handshake? Is that why you felt? Oh,
no, it was something.
He's a weak man.
No, I felt. It's almost like I felt some. It's weird to explain. It's almost like I felt his emotions as well. That this guy is mentally weak for jiu-jitsu. It's a weird.
Can you feel that?
It's a weird thing. I've never felt anything like that before or since.
I hope he's okay. For that energy to reach you, that's crazy.
So
for it to be so strong that you haven't felt it since.
So my goal was to do an arm drag to single leg takedown, expecting my opponent to defend that arm drag because I wanted him to be distracted so I can go for the single leg takedown.
Yeah.
So I got the single leg takedown.
Yeah.
And I got caught in his half guard. The moment I landed on there, I said to myself, I'm gonna scissor choke him. That was my first ever scissor choke.
From his half guard, you're like, I'm gonna do scissor choke.
Yeah, the moment I landed in his half guard, I knew exactly what I needed to do.
Yeah.
And you have to understand that I've never done a scissor choke in my entire life in sparring.
Yeah.
Because I got him a Kimura grip.
Yeah. He
was defending it.
Yeah.
He was defending it thinking that I was trying to Kimura him.
Yeah.
And
little did he know.
I scissor choked him. This was a very important moment because from then on, that became my submission.
Your move, yeah. Was there a point where it's just like you did a competition and it was just scissor choke after scissor choke?
My first.
Which one was that?
It was my first blue belt competition.
And then you done one after the other.
Yeah, it was the UAE JJF.
Oh yeah.
It was the National Pro 2019. I got promoted to blue belt 1 month prior. So here I was thinking, I'm not ready for blue belt. I'm not ready for blue belt.
Wait, were you really?
I was thinking I wasn't ready for blue belt.
Oh man.
Even though I was either doing very well against the blue belts in our gym, or I was
Don't ever doubt yourself.
or I was submitting some of them.
Yeah.
Even then, I was thinking I'm not ready for this. But what happened was in my first match of my first blue belt competition, I scissor choked my first opponent. The second opponent, I scissor choked him as well.
Yeah, it became natural to you. You were like, I recognize this pattern, I recognize the shapes of what is happening, and then you know, like, okay, I can do a scissor choke here, easy.
The thing about the scissor choke is that I don't actually care if you know that it's coming or not. One of the most important things when you're doing jiu-jitsu, especially when you're in the early stages, because we're still in our early stages as well, so
yeah, we're such big.
So you can't be thinking about what's your game plan.
Yeah.
What's your game plan? What's your jiu-jitsu? Like, you have to let the jiu-jitsu happen. Remember in Absolutely, you up kicked that girl in the face.
I know. I feel bad. I'm so sorry, girl. Silly of me. I should have broke her posture down because I was going for the triangle, and I keep blaming my shortness. I keep blaming my legs aren't short enough. So I up kicked her. Did I up kick her chin?
I don't know.
I think I up kicked her nose. I think I went poof. I felt so bad. I was like, I'm so sorry. She's winning anyway. So I was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, it's fine. Like,
any memorable moments for you in competition? Maybe.
Well, my first blue belt no-gi competition, I remember that one because I had to move up a weight category, and there were these two giant women, not like big, but they were just so tall, muscular. And both of them are friends, so I know they wanted me out because there was only 3 of us. So they wanted me out. They're like, oh, let's get her out of the way and then they can fight together. Because it's blue belt, wrist locks are a thing. She had access to my wrists, and then she wanted to wrist lock me so bad. I can feel like the ego coming out because she started shaking, and I was like, nah. Are you Way's partner? You're not Way's partner. If you're Way's partner, you got hella wrist lock defenses, because that saved my life. Like, that saved me from the comp. Like, she won obviously by points and being like the more assertive one, but because my wrist lock defense was so strong, she couldn't bend anything. It was solid. It was so solid. I'm so proud. Even though I lost, I was like, I'm so proud. This training has come. This is my time to use. Like, I'm not doing this for no reason anymore. Like, every time Wei would come close to me, I would really just tense up because I'm just like, he's coming. You have to hide yourself. You have to hide your wrist, because if you leave your hand here and he's sitting behind you, he'll get that. He'll get it. He'll get the figure 4, or he'll go straight for the wrist. Like, he will attack you. So you have to be on guard.
Not even in class.
No.
We could be hanging out together and I would try to wrist lock you.
Yeah, you'll be having your meal. I'll be eating. You'll be like, you'll do whatever. She won, but I won too. We're all winners.
Well, I've been trying to wrist lock you since we
White belt,
white
yeah.
belts together, and I know the thing is, I feel like I don't know why wrist locks aren't allowed in white belts unless you're doing grappling industries,
Yeah.
because I feel like you're only one belt away,
Yeah.
and you have to know the signs of when a wrist lock is coming. Because if you don't know the signs of when a wrist lock is coming, you're going to be vulnerable by the time you get to blue belt.
Yeah, we need to be aware of it. I'm definitely thankful and grateful that you were testing me.
Because I never like jacked it up. Did
No.
I sort of just made sure to see if I could bend it on.
Yeah.
When the moment I bent your hand, I didn't put it on.
Because when he does it a couple of times, you're like, no, not today, Wei, not today. But then that's good because it's automatic. You know the wrist lock killer's coming for you.
But the thing is, you're also a very close friend of mine, and
Yeah.
I don't want you to be wrist locked by someone.
Yeah, you're doing it.
So partially, I'm doing it to train myself, to get myself into a wrist lock position. But I also don't want you to be wrist locked by
Yeah,
someone.
you're looking after us, and you do it to all the girls as well. They know. They're like, Wei, Wei's coming. Wei's coming. He's not a predator. It's just like, you know what I mean? He's not gonna like attack you, but he will attack you. Like he will, if he sees a loose limb, he's on it.
Yeah.
He's on it.
Yeah, one of the things I tend to like saying is, those are some nice wrists you got there.
Yeah, and then that's how you know.
It'd be a shame if someone were to break them.
Or you say about ankles, or you say about, I remember wearing a jeans jacket, you were like, you got good grips there. And then you just like start pulling on it, and I'm like, wait.
I do that to everyone. Is someone just puts on a coat and says, I like your lapels.
I was really frustrated that I was getting medaled in no gi, but with gi, I was losing. I was getting frustrated. I was angry. I was angry at other people. I was just like, why can't I win? Why can't I transform my sparring gi into competition gi? Because it was just not connecting. My sparring, I love my sparring. I love how I spar. I love my movement. But that was blocking, something was blocking me to get to competition gi. And I think it was just that anxiety of the grips. The grips really scare me. I'm a very scared person.
I remember actually at that competition, English Open, that was the first time I ever medaled in absolute. That was a big moment for me because I've been trying to go for absolute. The thing about competing against people in your weight division, there's something a bit scary about it. But when I'm going up against bigger people, I don't have any anxiety at all. I almost get deluded that I see a big dude and I'm thinking, I'm gonna beat you.
Yes, exactly, because it's just like no holds barred now. It's like, it goes a bit rogue because it's just like bum bum bum.
And I think psychologically, because I'm 5'4" and I'm on the light side, that there's no pressure on me. There's more. I know that there's more pressure on the bigger guy having to beat someone like me, because I know that if they lose to me, they're gonna end up on YouTube.
Oh, no.
They're gonna end up on YouTube on some highlight reel.
Embarrassment. Midget beats Goliath.
I don't have that psychological barrier.
Yeah.
Because now I know that I have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I kind of surprised the bigger guys. I'm unusually strong for my size.
Yes.
So when I get a grip on them, they think, "Oh shit, how is this tiny guy?"
Yeah. You're like, who's that Pokemon? The ball of rocks.
Geodude.
Yeah, you're like Geodude. You're Geodude because you're this. Is Geodude small, right?
He's small.
It's like a pebble.
He's small and he floats around. He has no legs yet.
Yeah, that's you. You're like that rock who's just like, but you just look like you can't do anything. And then as soon as you got your grips, it's like Geodude, Geodude. Yeah, I mean, you know the point. I'm trying to read. Anyway, I'm not. That's another.
No, let's go on about how you.
Okay, so
count.
I can count. It's just I can't count in the hands of what IBJJF refs do, because obviously I'm reading up on it and just learning to help me in my competition. So obviously 2 points is, what is it? Sweep and takedown. 4 points is back take
And
amount.
yeah,
And then 3 points, you have to do
it's guard pass.
guard pass. So 3 points, you have to do this. 3 points.
For anyone who's only listening to the audio, Beverly is trying to put 3 fingers up, but her little finger keeps coming up as well.
Well, all of them. I can't even do it. So I look like I've got claws, but it's like
Please feed me.
yeah, exactly. It's just like give me money, but I don't like that, and I think that's what put me off of doing the whole ref thing, because I was like, I can't do that quick enough. So you're like, oh, 2 points, yeah, I got you 2 points, yeah, you got your 4 points, all right, you're down, and then it's 3 points. It's like, oh sh.
Can you do it like this?
No.
Or do you have to separate your fingers?
I can't even separate that.
You know what this reminds me of?
Well, uh-oh, I know you're gonna say.
It reminds me of how you can't wink.
I know, I knew you were gonna say that. So I can't wink. I mean, I can't wink the way I would like to wink. I would like to wink
Well-
like really casually. Because there's some people like, when they say thank you, they wink.
No one winks when someone says thank you.
But people wink, like they do it casually, like, I don't I can't, how can I show it if, you know, they do like kind of like, it's not like a flirty wink, it's just like cheers or
When you try to wink, it becomes a very awkward blink.
yes.
Because the other because the other eye wants to close as well.
Yeah, well, that's
it's
the thing.
It's the same when you're trying to put your you're trying to put
I think
your
I
three
don't
fingers
have,
up.
I don't think my eye muscles are strong. I don't know, maybe any scientists out there, let me know what you think about a wink. Like, are they separated? Like when people move their eyebrows, like how do you tell this one to move and this one to stay? Like the Rock? Can you do the Rock?
I think I can.
Oh, you can! So, okay, for those listening to audio, we're trying to do the,
We're trying to do the rock eyebrow raise.
what does he say? Can you smell? Does he say that? And then he does. I can't wink, I can't do the eyebrow thing. I just look confused. I mean, I don't know what I look like. I try, I do, and I guess that's just my thing. I'll try. That's the thing about me, I will try.
Well, I think that's an important lesson in life, really. Just to try.
Just try, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just kind of flow with the go. You know, don't resist it. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, comment, follow,
Download.
what else is there?
Did we say share?
Share, like, comment. Oh no, yeah, share. Spread the word of the Midgets. And yeah, hope you guys had fun listening. We are out. Oos.
Oos.